Hey guys, and welcome back to another Pokemon X and Y update video. So today on July 12th, 2013, a lot of Pokemon X and Y news was officially revealed. So let's start off with the new Pokemon. So out of the new 5 Pokemon revealed, let's start off with Pangoro, the Fighting Dark type. It has the ability Iron Fist, it can learn the move Hammer Arm, and it is the evolved form of Pancham. Now we don't know at this time how Pancham evolves into Pangoro, but I would definitely assume there's going to be a new evolution method because on the site there is some teasing going on about how to evolve Pancham and Pangoro, and they keep asking like, how does Pancham evolve? Like what could be the evolution method? And they've listed all the different methods, like using stones on Pokemon or trading Pokemon. So I see this as a similar situation to Sylveon and them being asking like, what could the type be for Sylveon? And Sylveon ended up being the new fairy type. So I definitely see a new evolution method for this, although nothing's been confirmed at this time. The second Pokemon revealed goes by the name of Inkay. It's a dark psychic type and it can learn the move Topsy-Turvy, a new dark type move. This third Pokemon revealed, Malamar, is another dark psychic type and it evolves from the Pokemon Inkay. Now, we don't know this evolution method either, but it would make sense if Inkay evolved into Malamar if you turned your 3DS upside down. That's one of the theories floating around at this time, although nothing's been confirmed, but I would definitely say turning your 3DS upside down would make sense. Reason being is because I'm not an expert in squid anatomy, but if you look at Inkay's top part of its body, kind of like it's wearing a hat or whatever, if you look at that and if you were to turn that upside down and then evolve the Pokemon, and it would, say Inkay stays upside down while it evolves, and then you turn it into Malamar, that the bottom half of Malamar's body looks very similar to Inkay's top half of its body. So, it kind of makes sense with Inkay learning Topsy-Turvy, which, that Topsy-Turvy is a phrase for like turning around and going upside down and stuff. So it makes sense turning your 3DS upside down, although that hasn't been confirmed, but I would definitely say that this could be another new evolution method. So the final 2 Pokemon revealed are Swirlix and Spritzee. Both are fairy type. And Swirlix is a cotton candy Pokemon. It has the new ability Sweet Veil, and it has a new move, Draining Kiss, which I think is a fairy type move. And Draining Kiss is basically you drain HP from your opponent and you recover some of it. And Spritzee is Perfume Pokemon, and it's fairy type as well as Swirlix, and that's all we know about it at this time. I would say that it's very possible that Swirlix and Spritzee could have evolutions, and it would make sense. So going into the previous Pokemon revealed, like when the Pokemon games were announced, Xerneas and Yveltal. Xerneas is now fairy type, Yveltal is now dark flying type. Xerneas can learn the move Geomancy, Yveltal can learn the new move Oblivion Wing. Xerneas has the new ability Fairy Aura, which powers up fairy type moves, while Yveltal learns the new ability Dark Aura, which powers up dark type moves. So, first of all, going into the types of these 2 Pokemon, I was kind of predicting Xerneas to be part grass somehow, because in the first trailer Xerneas was in a forest, so I kind of pictured a grass type being a possible type for Xerneas, but I'm not too surprised about fairy, because it's a new type, you gotta have a legendary or 2 be a fairy type. But Yveltal is definitely obvious dark flying type, maybe dark dragon, but I'm not too shocked about Yveltal at all. So, going into the abilities though, I don't know how the abilities will change stab, because if you were to have stab and the ability, that would mean you would have double stab, I think, or something like that. We don't know how much the abilities power up their moves, but maybe it could be something like Torrent or Blaze or Overgrow, where you're in a certain amount of range of HP and then it powers up the moves after that. But I think it's for when whatever amount of HP they have. So going into some game exclusive Pokemon for Pokemon X and Pokemon Y. Two game exclusive Pokemon for X are Clauncher and Swirlix, and the other two are Skrelp and Spritzy for Pokemon Y. So this is where the division between Pokemon X and Pokemon Y starts to form. A lot of people have been wondering which Pokemon game should I get, and a lot of people have been saying I'm waiting for the Pokemon exclusive Pokemon available in each game. So we're going to start to see people base their decisions off of the Pokemon, obviously the legendaries, Xerneas and Yveltal, but now Clauncher and Pokemon X, Skrelp and Pokemon Y, and then Swirlix and Spritzy. So they're definitely similar Pokemon. Clauncher and Skrelp are water types, although Skrelp is poison, and Swirlix and Spritzy are fairy types. So, makes sense that they'd be kind of like opposite Pokemon, or direct opposite Pokemon that are similar in a lot of ways, and, version exclusives. So we don't know any other version exclusives at this time, but I would definitely assume we're going to have more because we've had more in the past games. So going into some characters and some kind of slight information on the story for Pokemon X and Y, we now have the professor's name, Sycamore, Professor Sycamore. And it's been said that you can battle him sometimes, so don't really know anything about that. But yeah, Professor Sycamore, another tree name, which is awesome. They're going to continue that tradition. And we now have the evil team name, Team Flare. And I have a theory that they're going to be all about money, because in one of the screenshots that they provided about Team Flare, they were talking about selling fossils would earn them a lot of money. So I'm thinking, we've had Team Rocket just wanting to be like the most powerful team, and then we've had Aqua and Magma with them. I can't remember exactly what their goal was, and then Team Galactic was, I guess, kind of like occupying time and space, kind of, or rule the world, kind of. And then Team Plasma was kind of like liberating Pokemon. So, Team Flare would be all about money, which kind of makes sense, but we don't know that at this time what their real goal is. But Team Flare, so I think it's going to be obvious they're going to have fire type Pokemon, so water types and ground types and rock types are going to be very handy against these guys. We have two new gym leaders revealed. One of them is Grant, and the other one is Clement. Now, we don't know what gyms they are at, or like what cities they are at, or what type of gym they have, but all we can do is predict or assume. Grant, I honestly don't know. I've been leaning either ground or dark type, but I don't know at this time. Clement, he has a little sister named Bonnie, and I'm kind of leaning him to be like a steel or a electric type gym, because he's very into inventing things, so I'm kind of leaning towards that way. We have some new player search system, or PSS for short, features, and there are actually quite a few. The first one is the Holocaster. It's basically something where you get messages from people far away in game. Street Pass is going to be somehow connected to your PSS. Battle Spot is where you get to battle people. GTS, the global trading system, is back. And actually, a new thing is that you can now trade Pokemon, like any sort of Pokemon, I guess you could say. You don't have to have the Pokemon in your Pokedex to trade. You can now trade any Pokemon from your Pokedex. Wonder Trade, which is where you trade a Pokemon and you don't know what you're going to get in return, which is kind of risky, but... And O-Powers. I don't really understand what O-Powers are. They've described them on the website, so you can go and check Pokemon.com if you want some more information on those. I honestly don't understand what these are, but they sound kind of odd because they've stated on the website that they can slightly increase your stats for temporarily. I don't know if they're meaning it's like a temporary vitamin, like kind of like an HP up or something, or if it's like an X item. but we don't know what this. I don't really understand them at all, honestly. So yeah. And the last thing is shoutouts, which you get to type messages, I guess, and I don't know, like broadcast them to your friends and stuff on the PSS. Going into the final few features, these are kind of like some miscellaneous things. Photo spots, you can now take pictures, like if you're anywhere in the Kalos region, you can take pictures and share them on social networks. And milestones are where, if I'm assuming like milestones is in like beating a gym leader, beating Team Flare or something like that. You can share those on social networks as well. And the final information, which is kind of to do with Pokemon X and Y, is the upcoming Pokemon Global Showdown Wi-Fi competition. This is kind of important because it's stated that those who participate in this competition will gain an entry into the Pokemon X and Y test competition. Now, there's not really much details about this. It is on the Pokemon.com site, but I'm assuming this is going to be something to do with Pokemon X and Y. I don't know if it's like before it gets before it's released. Maybe it's something online you can participate in, or if it's right after it's released, you can participate on your game itself. But I don't know. That's interesting for sure. So be sure to check that out if you're interested. So that is it for all this new information. Definitely a lot of information. We have new Pokemon, new characters, new abilities, new features for the PSS. I mean, just a lot of information in general. There is a trailer I can link to you in the description, just about a minute long, that they have up on YouTube, just showing off some of the new Pokemon and Team Flare, I think, and stuff, and the professors. So yeah, now it's question time. What do you guys think of the new Pokemon? Do you like these new Pokemon? Do you like that they're basing off Pokemon now off like cotton candy and perfume? Or are you kind of like against that or not? Do you like the new evil team, Team Flare? And it's in it, kind of interesting name. I kind of like it. It's kind of a cool concept, I guess, but we'll just have to wait and see to really see like what their main goal is. Maybe making money, don't really know at this time. And do you know which game you're going to get now with these few version exclusive Pokemon? Is this really going to make a difference in what game you get yet? I think I'm going to be getting Pokemon X. I did pre-order it like right away after they were announced. I didn't really care about what Pokemon are in it because I can always trade Pokemon over if I really wanted to, and I can always get the Pokemon Y later on if I really needed to. And I usually get the first game in a series, like Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, I had Diamond. Pokemon Black and White, I got Black. Pokemon Black, White, and Black 2, White 2, I got Black 2. So, yeah. That wraps it up. Leave a comment down below to answer some of those questions. Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe for more Pokemon X and Y news and for more LPs going on. At this time, I'm Let's Playing The Walking Dead. Be sure to check that out. And yeah, that wraps it up. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye for now. See you guys then.